course, I don't have it ready, and it's ready to not go. Not now.
Well, hello. Welcome to Friday Night Trivia. We have from Cape Breton, we have Janet Dermody, our Ginger Gem from Brooks, Alberta. It's Brandon. I'm not giving him a last name. He can tell you himself later or figure it out by reading the screen. On the wettest coast, Victoria, BC, I am Imogen Cookie Bailey. Our theme tonight is Dr. Seuss. Who does not love the good Dr. Seuss?
I'm doing great so far. It's cold outside my hometown of Sydney right now.
Hey,
Perfect
Frankie.
timing, Frankie Matt. Kool-Aid Manning his way into the room. Frankie, how are you?
I'm doing great so far. It's cold outside in Sydney right now. And did you hear about this? What's the biggest ice Montreal had?
I don't know. I've been thinking about Dr. Seuss, man.
What year was the biggest ice storm ever in Montreal?
Ooh, 98.
That's where Base Guy lives.
94. Base Guy lives in a house.
1920.
Great so far.
1915. When was it, Frankie? What?
Things are going great so far. And did you hear about this? I'm enjoying my night so far.
That's good. Wait, you didn't answer the question. When was the biggest storm?
That means a lot of snow has been gone so far. A lot of warm air earlier in the week took the snow down.
How much snow came down in 1988?
So much snow. Lots of snow in 1988. Back in October 31st, 1989. How warm was Sydney, Nova Scotia?
That's good news, but I got a question for you, Frankie. What's your favorite Dr. Seuss
How warm
book?
was Sydney, Nova Scotia in 1989? How warm was Sydney, Nova Scotia on October 31st, 1989?
Oh.
I don't know.
That was really, really summer like warm on Halloween 1989 Sydney.
Hey, at the library up at the Sydney O'Connell, do they have a Dr. Seuss book, do you think?
It could be other books. That means that there's a lot of Seuss books out there.
What's your favorite?
There's a whole lot of Seuss books out there in the world.
There really are. Because
there's
reading is fundamental.
There's a lot of them out there in the world.
That's very true. It's very true. Did you read Dr. Seuss when you were little?
Did you hear about this? And Base Guy's apartment's going to be under construction, and Base Guy's show won't be back on the air till October. He told me that was a last message from Base Guy from yesterday. I got a message from Base Guy yesterday. Base Guy show will be back on the air in October because they'll be starting the top of the second floor of the apartment first. Then it'll work its way down to the first floor of the apartment building where Base Guy lives. They had to get rid of the old wires, replace the whole new wires. They had to get rid of the old Base Guy studio, replace with a whole new Base Guy studio.
Wow. Did he have a Dr. Seuss Green Eggs and Ham book that might have caught fire? What happened?
They're just upgrading the apartment.
No Dr. Seuss. Okay.
They're just upgrading the Base Guy department to keep it updated.
Does Base Guy read Dr. Seuss books?
Base Guy will be back doing the show again. The last time Base Guy did a show, that was New Year's Eve. That's the last time Base Guy did a show. Was New Year's Eve 2023 and New Year's Day 2024. That's the last time Base Guy did a show.
That's been a while.
Dr. Seuss?
Dr. Seuss. There's a lot of books under Dr. Seuss out there.
That's very true. Have you read any of them?
A long time ago.
Long time ago? Do you remember which ones?
Back in the Grinch and things like this and other books went back in the 1990s.
You read The Grinch in the 90s?
Back in the 1990s, that's a long time ago.
Hey, it's not that long ago.
How old were you in the 90s?
and I saw The Grinch That Stole Christmas in movie theaters and things like this.
That was a good one.
Oh.
Speak,
Very
Brendan.
cool.
Very cool. I was taking it all in,
Fun to
All right.
hear.
What year Brandon Manitoba
All
became
right.
a
Who
city?
wants to ask the first Dr. Seuss question? Oh,
I'll
I
go
don't
for
know.
it. Frankie, how many words does Dr. Seuss use in the total in Green Eggs and Ham? The story Green Eggs and Ham. How many times? How many words are in that story?
There's quite a few times.
How many?
250.
There's 20, 50,
Quite a few
75,
times.
or 100. So the answers you can pick from 20, 50, 75, or 100.
50.
75.
100.
100? Frankie says 100. Brandon says, what's 75 or 50?
75.
He's all
Okay.
50.
I'm saying
You assume by now.
Oh, you're not going to stay for the answer? Guess not. No one says hello. Doesn't Frankie shake things up, Imogen? I'm so glad that he came in and gave you the bongos. Woo woo.
I love that he just comes in like a wrecking ball and he does his Frankie thing. And then all of a sudden, without warning, he's just out. Like he's a ghost, man. The guy's a phantom,
Right?
a weird phantom, an
He
awesome
gives you-
phantom.
Right? He gives you your podcast, go for your money.
All right. Yeah. You know what? I'm with Shelly on this one. I'm saying 50 words.
All right. And Brandon said 75. Anybody else going to guess out there in Facebook land? Again, how many words does Dr. Seuss use in the total in Green Eggs and Ham? 20, 50, 75, or 100? Rest now or forever hold your answers. Here we go. Kayla says 75. All right. 5,
All right.
4, 3, 2, 1, 50.
Yeah. Ha ha.
Yeah. Nice job.
Ooh.
So Imogen and Shelly for the win, and you've won nothing. Dr. Seuss would be proud. All right, who's next?
Oh yeah. Here's a little to expand on that a little bit because I did go right down the rabbit hole with my Dr. Seussian reading here.
Well, your ears
it was-
also.
Yeah, my little funny ears. There's my ears. So, okay, fun fact to expand on that a little bit. It was a bet. He had a list of words to pull from and chose 50 from the list to compose the story. He did it on a bet to use a very short list of words and compose put together some prose. Yeah, and he did it in only 50 words.
That is a challenge. I can't imagine writing a story that would have any type of, direction to it with 50 words. That's skill.
Poetry magnets. I used to play with poetry magnets all the time, and yeah, that's. And then I had like a death metal set. Like I made a set of like death metal using Cannibal Corpse lyrics and words. So it's all really gross and horrific stuff. So I was writing poetry and stuff on my fridge with these Cannibal Corpse fridge magnets, and
Nice.
it didn't have the same buoyancy of Dr. Seuss. I'll just.
Kayla said, I run out of words on a tweet, let alone a story, right? And speaking of stories, I bet Brandon can kill us a 4 short story word. Come on, Brandon, throw something out there. You're a radio guy. You can wing it.
Oh. So as in a story about my next question, right?
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah. It's kind of there's a it's kind of based on a story, my first question of the night.
All righty,
You
we're ready.
Ready? Okay, you're ready right now. All right, here we go. I'm gonna make my story face. So this is a question, and you have to guess what book did this come from. Okay. All right, here we go. Marco, don't tell stories, but what can I say? I saw walking on this street. Now, what book did that come?
Oh,
All
was
that I
pretty
saw on
good.
Mulberry Street, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always says to me, Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see. But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, "Your eyesight's much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Now stop turning minnows into whales." Now, what can I say when I get home today? All along the way to school and all the way back, I've looked and I've kept careful track. But all that I've noticed except my own feet was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. There's nothing to tell of. That won't do, of course, just a broke-down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can't be my story. That's only a start. I'll say that a zebra was pulling that cart and blah, 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 blah.
I don't know if you had that in your head or whatever, but that was pretty goddamn good. Brandon, you suck. Imogen, woo!
Wow. Imogen got that one correct. Yep.
Man,
Mulberry Street.
oh my God. Imagine answering that twice fast or slow.
I didn't even have to use my multiple choice in that one. That was good.
Yeah, I
So
fell right at the bottom of that one.
one of my weird little hobbies, there's a little bit of it on social media, on the various platforms, or like there's some videos on TikTok and YouTube and on Facebook, but I read stories to pets. So, and one of my favorites is Shel Silverstein, who has some comparisons to Dr. Seuss. But yeah, I read a lot of Shel Silverstein to pets. So like reading bedtime stories to Morbo, my kitty, or to puppies.
Wow.
And I did a lot of it, like when Sabian was really sick, I was reading to him all the time. So I got used to the weird cadence and the weird variable speed and putting the weird bubbly whatever in there.
Don't think I've ever
Yeah,
read
or I dress up like, or I get into costume and I put,
here.
oh,
That is
yeah, read to
amazing.
your pets.
Oh my, I'm thinking, yeah, that is the cool thing to do. I like it. Adorable. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I've
Your
got,
question now,
yeah.
Brandon, so,
All right.
your turn, Imogen. What do you got for us?
All right. Who of the following has not voiced a character in a Dr. Seuss movie? Carol Burnett, Steve Carell, Boris Karloff, or Tress MacNeille?
Ooh.
All
I'm
right,
gonna go
I'm thinking,
Steve Carell.
who is Chess Carlisle? Why do I not know that guy? I don't know Chess Carlisle. I'll go with him. I was like, who's that?
Oh, Carol Burnett, Steve Carell, Boris Karloff, or Tress MacNeille. Tress MacNeille is the voice actor who, she did a lot. She was Babs Bunny in Tiny Toons. She does like half the voices on The Simpsons. Really prolific voice actor. Like all of these people have done cartoon voices. Like they've all done voice acting. But only one of them has never been in a Dr. Seuss movie, has never been a Dr. Seuss character.
Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like they all coulda, shoulda, woulda been.
When
Yeah.
I found this, I was actually shocked. I was like, how is this? Like, how?
All right, Steve Carell. I'll go with him. Mhm.
All right, Steve Carell. Shelly is saying Carol. Kayla's saying Steve Carell. Perfect. The correct answer is actually Tress MacNeille. The legendary voice actor has not been a Dr. Seuss character.
Wow. The first one
Right?
I picked was the one I didn't know and was the right one. So there you go.
Yeah, Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett was a kangaroo in the Horton Hears a Who movie. Steve Carell played Ned McDodd in the same movie, and Boris Karloff was the narrator in How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Meanwhile, Tress MacNeille played Babs Bunny, and to actually get that part, she had to audition as the bunny doing impersonations of other famous actors. So yeah, like it was, and that was the trademark of Babs Bunny, which she was always doing the voice impersonations of legendary actors. So she could actually play other people in character of other people. So why has she never been in a Seuss movie?
She was an
Why?
actor. She was a character within a character. Well, that's
Yeah, she's an amazing. Like if you look up like some of her career, she's like, how has she not been Seuss?
too funny. All right, Brandon, hit us up.
Oh, right. I'll take it away. Okay.
Yeah, you will.
Here we go. This is an easy one. Where did the Grinch live? You better know this one.
Oh, Whoville.
Above
I think.
Whoville, Grinchtown.
Well, that mountain
Wait.
was not Whoville.
No, the mountain was
No.
outside Whoville. High above Whoville.
Ooh. All right. Whoville Heights.
Shelley, you know what Shelley's saying in a cave? And I want to say that sounds
a mountain.
a cave in a mountain, right?
Yeah.
I'm with Shelley on this one. I'm on Team Shelley.
I'm liking Whoville
Team
Heights.
Shelley.
You know, if the mountain was never named officially in the book, I think that should be the unofficial name for it.
I can't remember. I mean, but I can't remember a lot of things. It might have had a name. Mm-hmm. Love Whoville. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. What's the answer, Brandon? Are we ready yet?
Is in a cave north of Whoville.
North. That's why I was thinking up. That's why I was thinking above.
Yeah.
North.
I mean, the mountain didn't hover, so I suppose it does make sense. Directions. All right. What is Dr. Seuss's real name? Samuel Seuss, Theo Lessig, Theodore Geisel, or Rosetta Stone? There.
Theodore Geisel.
Yeah.
I'll go with A.
I'll put the answer.
Samuel.
It's one of these, because maybe I didn't right. Samuel Seuss, Theo Lessig, Theodore. Look how it copied and pasted in there. The only one I copied and pasted normal on was the Facebook ones, not the. Well, maybe. Anyways,
Weird.
Those are the answers: A, B, C, or D. So who did you choose?
I threw an answer out there, but I'm going to refrain from repeating it because this is one that I already know because I went right down the rabbit hole on my Dr. Seussian stuff.
Yeah.
So what?
So what's
Of course
your
you went
guess
down
there,
the
Brittany?
rabbit hole. You got rabbit ears on.
Right,
I
I
know.
know. What year did they take away rabbit ears off of the television?
Depends on where you live. See, if you live in a trailer park, they're still there.
Right? No, analog is gone. Gonzo, Lonzo. Yeah, even if you got rabbit ears, they
Mr.
better be
Rabbit
digital rabbit ears.
They're useless rabbit ears now.
Yes.
So many rainy nights, I'd be like clinging to the back of the trailer, like climbing up that stupid little ladder, trying to turn the antenna.
Your friggin' rabbit ears. Yeah. Like, and look, arrows that they used in Cape Breton when you didn't have a rabbit ear, coat hanger. You made your own rabbit ears.
Oh yeah, when wire hangers were still available. Yep.
Ghetto ears. Yeah. You mean you can't get them up there? Wire hangers?
They're not really like I don't know where you would buy them. I have not seen them in a store in a long time.
Cape Breton. Like, I bought them all.
I know they exist. I see them. I miss them. Some part of my brain still sees them as rabbit ears. Like when I see like a rat.
No, I don't have rabbit ears. I thought you meant the metal coat hanger. You know,
I do. Yeah.
Oh.
Some part of my brain still thinks of those as rabbit ears. Like when I see them in the back of my head, I still think of like a fuzzy, crummy TV and you know, like Perry Mason coming in all blurry.
They could make an exciting boomerang, that coat hanger. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
Dangerous, but exciting. What was the so who's ready for the answer? The answer on this one is Theodore Geisel. Nobody knew.
Awesome.
No. Oh no, she said Theo, not Theodore. Pardon. All right, Imogen, back to you.
All right. Now, scientists are notoriously strange people. I mean, people are strange, but scientists have their own unique strangeness and take inspiration from a lot of things when it comes to naming new discoveries. So, much like there are a shocking amount of animals and insects that are named after cartoon characters and fictional characters and et cetera, et cetera. Which insect is named after Dr. Seuss? Is it A, the Aphyxe yrtalis, B, Loris, C, Marconica chiroptera, or D, Drunius colopoda?
I'm going with Loris. I can remember something about Loris when I was watching those shows. I don't know if I'm crazy or
Loris.
Yep, but Loris is
Loris.
My bell. Yep.
Kayla at home is saying Loris.
Mm-hmm.
Shelley at home is saying Loris.
Yep.
Excellent. You know what?
Little green bug.
You guys are all correct. The Loris, it's an Ecuadorian jumping spider. The scientific name is Lapsius lorax. It has yellow markings around its mouth, which kind of looks like the lorax's mustache. The other ones I just made up. Epixa yrtalis, I made it up. Marconia chiroptera is gibberish. Marco is the character from Mulberry Street. Chiroptera is Latin name for bats. And the last one, Droon, is just another character, and Kilopoda is scientific name for centipede. I just named a whole bunch of bugs that don't exist.
Look, doing their next bug discovery, they could take into the Book of Imogen.
Yeah.
Available names ready to go. All right. Go ahead, Brendan. That's too cool.
Okay. Here's another. So where is this sentence from? What book's this sentence from? All right, here we go. Starless Betty. Oh my goodness.
Sneeches.
Starless belly. Bad. None of us. Shun the lad. Green star must be had.
Well, Lord Jesus, I didn't know I was going to have to be, a memorizer of books for Dr. Seuss. Simple Simon was the pieman. Not tonight, Jan.
All right, I'll give you multiple choice. Here we go. Multiple choice. Is it the Lorax? Is it the Green Star Machine? The Sneeches? Or the Belly Star Book?
That's Sneeches. Me and a friend of mine, it used to be Sneeches was part of our language. It was our affectionate term for each other. One of our affectionate terms for each other was Sneeches.
Belly Star Book? Was that an option? Was that a weird little option? I'll go with that one. I have no idea. I'm with Shelley.
No idea.
Yep. I don't know what the first version was you gave us, but I'm glad you dumbed it down a bit for the second version. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Please stay tuned for the answer, Brandon.
Stay tuned for the answer.
Brandon, do you have the answer?
Yes, I do.
Come on, just tell me I'm right.
The answer is the Sneeches.
Yep. Here's a fun fact. Okay, so I have a wide variety of interests. On a previous episode, I showed some of my military collectibles and whatnot. One of my fascinations is propaganda. I'm fascinated by the mechanism of advertising and the way that it influences social thought and guides social consciousness. The character that Brandon was reading just now was a mock-up of Adolf Hitler with the stars on the bellies and the markings, and this is right, this is right, this is right. The character was, now Dr. Seuss did get intensely political. A lot of his stuff was very, very political. He did political cartoons. He was involved in military propaganda. And the Sneeches he was very patriotic in some ways. We're not going to unpack that too much right now. But he was, like a lot of people at the time, he was selectively inclusive and then selectively excluding. So again, that's what,
a pain.
Pardon?
He was like most men, a pain in the royal butt.
He was very in favor of equal rights with some demographics that didn't get a lot of fair treatment at the time, but then could also be quite exclusionary in other ways. So he gets a lot of criticism. And again, 20s, 30s, 40s, social views, a lot of stuff doesn't fly anymore. But the Sneeches was very... It was very, that character that Brandon was reading was a knockoff of Hitler. It was kind of, and it was not flattering.
Well, that's why I didn't recognize him. I did not read anything unflattering.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by social. I just have a fascination with social engineering. I get a kick out of seeing how marketing and advertising influences patterns and social views. And with this particular thing, that caught my attention. Like as a child, I'm like, I know these characters because I watch a lot of Looney Tunes, and I see the guy with floppy little comb over and who's just getting himself all worked up and doing his little fist pounding and his pointing and his, have you seen Kyle? He's about this tall. It's
I never looked past the credits. Look, I read them, and as far as it went, dropped. My attention span was gone. What's on next?
I wanted to know how it was made and why. And then I appreciated how people responded to it and seeing the different responses to the same thing. Some people going, "Oh yes," and others going, "Oh no."
See, I'd rather just do it in person. Smack them, poke them,
Pinch your cheeks.
right?
Pat
First
your head.
experience. I don't like that book experience when it comes to figuring out people. I'd much sooner be right in their face and figuring it out right then and there. All right. I guess it's my question. So
You're
who
good.
played the Grinch in the film adaptation of How the Grinch Stole Christmas? So again, who played the Grinch in the film adaptation of How the Grinch Stole Christmas? This one should be a good one.
Rubber
Jim-
face.
Tom Cruise, Robin Williams, Daniel Radcliffe. I'll put the answers in the comments.
Rubber
Billy,
face. Jim Carrey.
And whatnot in the, and then
Jim Carrey.
yeah.
Jim Carrey. Yep.
Yeah. I can picture him too. Mm-hmm.
Right? He's just his face is so mushy.
Mm-hmm. I'm on a trivia where I don't know the answer until I hit the button that says reveal. So because we're all right. It was Jim Carrey. Shock. Everybody knew it.
I lost my ears.
Uh-oh.
All right, my ears are gone.
You lost her tuners.
Went down the rabbit hole.
Right?
You know what?
Uh-oh.
I live in a world where Dr. Seuss creatures exist. My cat has like a big spider costume. I dress him up sometimes like a hot dog because he's a little hairless cat. So like there's
Where
a
is he?
lobster suit.
Oh my God.
I think he's actually out playing. He's out playing with the puppy right now. But
Oh.
yeah, like monster suit. So I can dress. He was dressed up like a little monster the other day, just walking around. This is all stuff he can take off. So if he's hot or uncomfortable, he just takes it off, and then he'll leave it on and go to sleep and
Look.
nap in it. If
I
he
got
wants
my
to be a little cheetah, he can be a cheetah.
No. Better a cheater.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, what do you got?
All right. So while attending Dartmouth College, Dr. Seuss wrote for the college humor magazine Jack-O-Lantern until a legal problem got him banned. What law did he break? Was it A, illegal distribution of medically prescribed cocaine? Remember the era? These were all things at the time. B, illegal possession of marijuana. C, patronage of an unlicensed brothel. Or D, illegal consumption of alcohol.
God, it's
I'm
probably
gonna
the
go
alcohol.
marijuana.
Yeah, these were all these I specifically looked up laws at the time and what was on the books, like what you could and couldn't do. The medical system was very different.
Yeah, it probably was marijuana because I think they were writing prescriptions for cocaine back then. Weird how they're kind of doing it now too. For God's sake, harm reduction.
Yeah, so
What would you like
so
to
what,
say?
so what legal trouble got him kicked off the college magazine? Was it illegal distribution of medically prescribed cocaine, illegal possession of marijuana, patronage of an unlicensed brothel, or illegal consumption of alcohol?
Yeah, I'm sticking with Brandon. I think it is the weed. Everything else just makes,
Kayla at home is saying D, illegal consumption of alcohol. Shelley is saying A, illegal distribution of medically prescribed cocaine.
Yeah, imagine illegal.
That's so funny.
But my doctor wrote me the script for this Coke. What do you mean? It's good.
It's medically prescribed. They also had medically prescribed. Oh man, for all sorts of different stuff. Yeah,
Oh,
Oh boy.
The world was very different.
You're gonna make it to the end of the show there.
right? I think the world's even more different now. My God, you can probably still get that goddamn well subscribed. Okay.
All right. So the correct answer, Kayla had it. The correct answer was D. Dr. Seuss was banned on the auspice of having broken the prohibition law. However, now at that time, he was writing under his legal name of Theodor Geisel, and so he was able to continue writing under a pseudonym of Dr. Seuss. So he was still technically writing just under Dr. Seuss.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah. Here's
awesome.
a fun thing. His family owned a brewery until they were brewers, until Prohibition kicked in, which put all the brewers out of business. But he was still very well connected because this was the family business. So they knew a lot of people who knew people who knew people.
Wow.
So yeah, alcohol was still readily available. Being illegal doesn't mean it's not available. It was what it was. They were drinking gin one night and they got in a little trouble. The dean of the college did him a solid. He was facing expulsion on school policy. He was facing expulsion, which would have absolutely ruined his academic career. But the dean threw him an easy one and said, look, you have to forfeit all extracurriculars. And as an aspiring writer, being so instrumental, he was on his way to becoming editor-in-chief of the school magazine called Jack-O-Lantern. He was on his way to editor-in-chief, which would have been really beneficial to his career. However, under his given name, he wasn't able to do that. So he had to forfeit all of his extracurriculars. And instead, they kind of let him keep working under a pen name, but he couldn't continue to move up. So he was now a contributing writer. So he's still working, but not on the path he was angling for, which was actually a good thing because his whole career changed direction a few times. And that was one of the important steps. All because of gin.
And speaking of gin and steps of gin, we'll step over to you, gingy bastard. Come on now. Next question.
Okay. Here we go. This is a fill in the blank. You ready for this one?
We're ready.
You better get this one here.
And give her.
Congratulations! Today's your day. You're off to blank. You're off and away. Where are you headed?
Where you be? I don't know any of these goddamn things.
Well,
Mm.
I know Imogen will know this one.
Yeah.
I don't.
What is
It's the
this?
tip of my brain. I don't. It's the cadence that really speaks to me, but I don't know the actual.
What's the non-musical version, please?
Oh, you don't want me to sing it now? It's not a song. No, it's like, congratulations. Today's your day. You're off blank. You're off and away. And where are you headed? So where are they going?
I don't know the answer. I don't have a clue.
Don't have a clue.
Multiple choice?
Good.
Yeah. Is it multiple choice or multiple
They didn't
song?
give me
I
multiple
don't want to
choice
guess
on this
because I'm
one.
going to get it wrong.
Oh boy. Oh. How do I make this multiple choice without giving the answer away?
Banana dog demands assistance.
No clue.
Hey, banana
So-
dog. Ooh.
No guess on the book.
You always wanted one. A duo banano. Part banana, part animal. It's a bananimal.
Banana dog. Check it out. He actually has like a banana stump. The back of his head is like a little banana stump, and his ears are little peels.
Oh my God, Brendan, did you hear that before? You got a little stump?
Wow. You ready for the answer, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm lost. Obey my dog.
You guys are stumped. And the answer is Great Places.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
the places you will go.
Would have been a great long time for me to guess that answer.
yeah.
Yeah. I had no clue.
Right?
right. Okay, you ready for the next one? And I won't make it hard like you two. Hard and harder, for God's sake. All right. According to Dr. Seuss, how many sizes too small was the Grinch's heart? Was it 10 sizes too small, 5 sizes too small, 2 sizes too small, or 100 sizes too small?
Ooh, we're going to go 10 sizes.
Yeah? That's what she said. No, just kidding. Oh man, I had to read that when it works. That's Jelly. All right.
I'm going to say 2.
2 for Imogen. 10
Number.
for Brandon. 5 for Shelly. 2 for Kayla. And the answer is yes, it's 2.
Banana
Two
dog cheers.
right? Animal is happy. Yep, Shelly changed her answer. 2. 2 will do. All right. Back to you,
Okay.
Imogen.
All right. As an illustrator, Dr. Seuss worked on a variety of ad campaigns for all sorts of nifty things. One slogan in particular got him the most professional recognition and really put his career on another level. Which of the following slogans was the Seussian one that became the go-to thing? All right, this really was the "I'm loving it" or whatever of the day. Now, these were all catchphrases, but only one was Dr. Seuss. Was it A, "My dad can talk farther than yours" for Bell Communications? Was it B, "The harder a wife works, the cuter she looks" Pep Vitamins? C, "Quick Henry, the Flit insecticide"? Or D, "Bovril puts the beef in you" Bovril soup stock?
Ooh.
I'm thinking Bovril puts the soup in you, Brandon. I want to know what you think.
I'm going with D as well.
I love you too,
go.
Egan.
Yeah, something about the soup in you.
Yeah, that sounds like a
all
Dr.
weird.
Seuss book.
They're all weird. Yeah, so
That's my middle name. It's weird.
right. So those options again are "My dad can talk farther than yours" for Bell Telecommunications, because phones were new and exciting at the time. B, "The harder a wife works, the cuter she looks" Pep Vitamins. Pep. C, "Quick Henry, the Flit insecticide." Or Bovril puts the beef into you. Bovril soup stock.
Yeah, I'm still loving the beef into you, but
Yeah.
I will put beef into either of you. I'll beef you both.
as long as it's not raw, I would like some in my mouth, please.
Wow.
Open wide, slam a beef in.
Goodness.
I only like the overcooked beef with
God.
plenty of spicy, nice.
A little chewy.
I like my beef medium rare. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh
of
no!
course you do, you ginger.
Right? Nope.
Okay.
Okay. So,
All right. Shelly's saying A, "My dad can talk further than yours" for Bell Telecommunications. Kayla is saying C, "Quick Henry, the Flit" for Flit insecticide. And you as guys are saying D, "Bovril puts beef into you" for Bovril soup stock.
yeah. What is
All
the
right.
answer?
All right. So Kayla had it. The correct answer is C, "Quick Henry, the Flit." The ad for Flit, which was a really common insecticide, actually did become the "I'm loving it" or "got milk" of the day, and it made him famous. The catchphrase not only became the talk of the town, it also spawned a song and became a common punchline, kind of like how "I've fallen and I can't get up" became the punchline of the 90s. Quick Henry the Flit was its own thing. The campaign earned him fame, and really soon, people actually started recognizing his artwork from that ad and his little signature. His work started appearing in all sorts of magazines like Life, Liberty, Vanity Fair, blah, blah, blah. And he started getting major ad campaigns for General Electric, NBC, Standard Oil, and blah, 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 blah. So many companies just wanted him. Right.
Will do, ad. I wave my hand by my name. Oh, okay. I don't see that. Everybody's seeing Shelly's face when she waves her hand by her name? Because
I think that on Zoom, there's a feature like sometimes in a meeting, if you want to say something, you can push the raise hand button, but I'm not really sure how it works. I just sometimes see it pop up on. I can't actually really. I can't really see you guys because of how my screen is set up. So I'm talking to like a wall of text right now. Like I can see the comments, but I can't see you guys. Yeah, I've got 3 monitors here, and I don't see any human faces.
Good.
All righty.
My hair is a mess.
Hello, Lucius. Well, no wonder you always look like you're busy.
Good morning, Lucius.
So weird. All right, Brandon, your question. What do you got for us?
What do I got for you now?
Yeah,
well,
3 screens, 2
thankfully
phones.
not a question like the last one, but an easy one for you. So,
Okay.
What is the name of the girl in the Cat in the Hat?
Lulu. Ooh,
Yolanda.
Ooh.
Lucius. I don't know.
The girl that's got the hair that just goes forever up on
One of
top
them.
of her head.
Multiple choice. Come on.
Yeah.
Really?
Her name is Kat. Kate.
Yeah. Thing one and thing two.
Kate. A. Kate. B. Sally.
Sally.
C. C.
You don't need to see. Everybody knows it's Sally. Sure.
Oh,
I'm trying to make
Sure.
up female names. Have
Mhm.
you, in life, have you met so
Images.
few women that you can't come up with 2 female names?
Works with all men and apparently is the only child. Is that about right, Brendan? Yeah.
I'm not the only child. No, I just
No,
have
you've got all
2
brothers?
brothers.
Yes. I
Yeah.
was gonna say
So
more boys. Well, you
Yeah,
know
my
how
brother-
you get a girl's name quick? Brandonella, like what is Scottina, like whatever your brother.
Martina.
Mark,
On The Simpsons, whenever they talk about how Homer wanted to, when they thought Bart was going to be a girl, Marge has said a couple times, she's like, your father wanted to name you Bartina or Bartzina.
Or Bertrus, Bertrice. Don't be easy to turn a boy into a girl name right quick. Mhm.
Bartzina. All right, I'm going with Sally. Brandon, your multiple choice was terrible. I'm going
Very
with Sally.
terrible.
Yeah.
That's what happens when they don't give you multiple choice. Then I have to
That's
try
why you
to
write
make
your
up
own, man.
Then I have
Right?
to try to make it up on the fly. Half an
You're
hour before
fly.
showtime.
You're
What if you're a
fly.
fly guy, Brandon?
But yeah, the answer is Sally. Yeah.
Yes.
Just kidding, buddy.
What? You
All
didn't know that?
No, I was just saying that you weren't a fly guy, but I said you. I'm just kidding. Of course you are. All right. What animals does Sam try and convince to eat the green eggs and ham? Does Sam try to convince the fox, goat, and mouse, the elephant, goat, and rat, cat, dog, and mouse, or giraffe, zebra, and armadillo?
Oh,
What animals does Sam try and convince to eat the green eggs and ham? There's the question in the answer, and I will give you the million options for multiple choice.
okay.
And then there's two too many. 3 too many.
I would not, could not with a fox. I would not, could not in a box. I'm going with the first one, fox, goat, and mouse.
Yeah, I'll go first one too.
Yeah.
You remember the
Just read my
rhyme?
I would not-
next question and I'm
Right.
almost
Mouse, I would not, could not with a mouse.
No? If it's
Yeah.
heard, it's not a pillow. Like
yeah.
I'm going A, fox, goat, mouse. Fox,
Okay.
goat, mouse.
who's got a guess? Who I
Fox,
am? The
fox.
answer is not. This I'm
Mouse
sure.
house. Let's go.
Mouse.
Would not,
All right.
could not with the
Fox,
fox.
goat, and mouse, says Kayla. Mm-hmm. And is that the same answer you guys both chose too? The first one,
Yeah, sure.
Banana dog is with me on this.
right? I still think he's a bananimal. Yep.
Yellow.
Right? He's a blello bananimal.
Yeah. Very bananimal. Very bananamalian.
It is. It's fox, goat, and mouse. Everybody got it right. Everybody but me.
Woo!
Right?
Finally got one. It's been
All
like
right.
I know. Thank God the points mean nothing. Right?
Right? Otherwise, I'd be winning points.
Right? Brandon had a competition. There was a contest on the radio yesterday for Leap Day. How long did it take you to give away that huge prize of $29, Brandon?
about 10 minutes, and 5 other people called maybe twice or 3 times, because they really wanted $29 for
Oh
cold
my
hard cash.
Well, look,
Yes.
free money. Why wouldn't anybody want to call and get some?
That is a life-changing amount of money, Brandon.
It is.
Well,
Totally
yeah.
is. Yes.
It
No,
was,
my question is, was it paid in the form of a giant novelty check, or was it in like a $20 bill and some coins just
Yeah.
to make it seem like a heavier amount? Like,
how did they get paid? Yes.
how was it
It is
distributed?
e-transferred.
Oh, thank
Dun,
God.
dun, dun.
That would have been super convenient. Yeah.
That is the safest way to do it. No one should be walking around town with that volume of money,
Look,
That's right.
let alone Canadian money.
Especially with the liquor store across the street from the radio station, you know.
Brandon, you're gonna have to drop the radio station's contest number in the comments here so that we can like call next time. There's a huge prize of $29 because me and Imogen, now that we know that it's e-transfer, we'll be fighting with Joey to call first.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be a fight to the death for the next.
Right?
Well, this again in 4 years, by the way. 4 years.
It's true, Shelly. It's true. Mm-hmm. Oh
I'm going to
no.
be trading until then. I'm so going to be hitting the bag. I'm going to Denny's fight anyone for that $29 prize.
Mm-hmm. And I will
Oh,
buy
yeah.
lots of fattening food with it. Pastries.
All right.
Okay. Oh, that one was mine.
All right.
Now it's your, go ahead, Imogen.
All right. Much like The Simpsons, Dr. Seuss was from Springfield. But Springfield in what state? Oregon, Missouri, Massachusetts, or Illinois?
Missouri.
So many Springfields.
I'm gonna go with Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri's popping up in my mind too.
It's got a nicely comedic name, which sounds fitting for a cartoony guy. So, those options again are for our viewers at home or anyone playing along watching TV on whatever day this is airing. Much like The Simpsons, Dr. Seuss was from Springfield, but Springfield in what state? Oregon, Missouri, Massachusetts, or Illinois?
Yep, stay with Missouri.
Missouri.
Nobody else.
Missouri.
Oh, not yet. Who's got a guess besides me and Brandon?
Everyone's going quiet because Shelly's saying Massachusetts.
Yep, Kayla says Illinois.
Kayla's saying Illinois. Excellent. I love it. The correct answer is C. Shelly got it. Theodore Robert Geisel Jr. was born and raised in Springfield, Massachusetts, where his family owned a brewery. So little Teddy got in. Yeah, he had a real nice, comfortable childhood until Prohibition put an end to the family business. However, the family was very well connected, so they easily transitioned from brewing to whatever else they were doing. I didn't go down the rabbit hole too much on his parents. I tried to stay focused because there's a lot of information opening up, but I'm like, no, I got to put the blinders on and focus on this guy. Yeah.
Simple. Back to you, Brandon.
All right. This one's going to be a tough one.
Oh, God, the last novels were so easy.
All right. In what lakes does Luke Luck take licks?
Oh.
Lucky Lake. That's where Luke would take a lick if he was, Lucky Luke.
This is a riddle.
It sounds like.
It is a riddle.
Oh, I riddled you back there, Riddler.
I don't.
What? You should. Yeah, I thought you knew everything about Dr. Seuss.
Everything but
I was so focused on like him, his history, his life, like his actual the body of his literature. I'm not that well versed on. Like I've read a few of his books, but like when I do story time for pets, I'm reading it and I'll reread it a few times to get the cadence down right for the specific little things because there's always little like tripwires in there. I'll get in a groove and then I'm like, and then all of a sudden I'm like stuttering. I'm like, and I don't want to like when I'm reading a pet to sleep or something, or it's like a comforting, bubbly thing, or I'm reading to a group of puppies or something. Then I'm like, I don't want to disrupt their vibe, so I do a couple of practice reads before I actually read to them. I don't know why. I just do. Or I'll read, or like with the guinea pigs, because they have a shorter attention span, I'll just take like a little tiny short one and just read it like 5 times to them. It's,
Wow.
Guinea pigs like being read to as well. But the actual body of his work, I'm not that well versed on. So I don't know what lake Luke was
Licking
lizards on. I don't know. Lizard Lake? Plecostomus Lake?
Not if
Mm,
he was like, we don't want to be knowing if Luke was licking the lake that people bathed in. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to
the
read
man
the
drug
whole
does not
thing?
approve.
All right, whole poem here. Here we go.
All right.
So, duck
Oh my
takes
God.
licks in lakes. Luke Luck likes. Luke Luck takes licks in lakes. Ducks like. So it's from What Do You Know About the Tweedle Beetles?
That's not fair, apparently.
And Imogen
But I
was
like
not
Luke.
here. Now I have to read
Like
this
it.
again.
Okay. Quicker. No, just kidding. It sounds cute. Read it away. There's
All
more
right,
about.
I'll read this again. Imogen missed it.
I
So
could hear you.
here's the poem one more time. Duck takes licks in lakes. Luke Luck likes. Luke Luck takes licks in lakes. Ducks likes.
It sounds the first time. Oh my God, Marbo. You want to bite, mommy? You want to bite?
It's a total pun.
Oh my God, he looks like he's so
Whoa.
comfortable in it.
He's
No,
a
I
lion.
put if I put that on my dog, he'd go into like he was like having a convulsion. I put booties on him, and I'm still begging for forgiveness.
I live in a surreal world. Sometimes I want to play with a lion. If it's cold outside and I'm taking him out for an adventure, I got to keep his ears warm so he gets to wear his little lion hat.
He's naked. He needs a whole snowsuit, Mama.
Right?
The friggin' back paw tips to the nail tips to the friggin' ear tips. My God, him naked, Mama.
He wanted to go dig around and build a nest, but he also has wigs. Little blue wig, little blonde wig,
Oh my God! Look,
little pink wig.
those wigs would be perfect on my bun. I can get bun wigs. Look at that.
Right? This is a personal favorite. This one, because this was originally like a goatee, like a Santa goatee, but on Morbo, it turns into like this little new wave punk kind of like flock of seagulls monstrosity.
That's
Almost like
adorable.
Elvis with white hair, you know.
Stinking adorable. Oh my God.
Hey, Pookie.
I've never seen another cat like him. No. Like I've never seen
He's
the
good
bald
at
cat.
cat stuff.
He's so muscly. He is in the gym working out.
He wanted to come in and say hi. He was yelling at the door, so I let him in.
That's it. You got
He's like
got
a regular
Morbo on
peach.
your vitamin. The vitamin line you're selling. You got Morbo on it, don't
Oh yeah.
you?
Yep. He has lots of protein.
Now you got a pet line, right? People vitamin line and a pet vitamin line. Change the label, double the business. Too funny. All right, who's turn? I don't know if the answer came,
Right.
the answer's gone. Sally came and the lake stall dried. What's going on?
So,
Oh, it was Brandon's turn.
already.
I think who's after Brandon? It's me.
You are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The little girl and the cat in the hat. What is the little girl and the cat in the hat called? I think Brandon just did that one. Yes.
Sally!
Did.
Yes. What color?
Yes, I got one.
What color is the cat in the hat's umbrella? My God. So who knows what color the cat in the hat's umbrella is? Is it dark blue, pink, pale blue, or bright yellow? I know, Shelly, it's true. Who's on first, second, and third? So again, what color is the cat in the hat's umbrella? Umbrella is bright yellow, pale blue, pink, or dark blue?
Ooh, dark blue.
Dark blue for Brandon. Yellow says Shelly.
I keep thinking yellow. His hat was black and white. Do you remember those Cat in the Hat like top hats that were popular in the 90s? I still have mine. I wore it like a month ago. I still have mine from the 90s.
Wow.
I'm even kidding. My fashion sense is questionable at best. But the
Yeah.
umbrella, I don't remember. I remember the hat was black and white.
Mhm.
The umbrella, I keep thinking it was yellow, but that doesn't seem quite right. Because, it was,
I like how
I
you
want to
tie
say
the
dark blue because the color pattern of the, I don't know. I'm
I know,
I like that you
I'm
tie
torn
the
between yellow and blue.
Dr. Seuss book into that sentence of yours. It just doesn't seem quite right. Yes, I like that. That was well done. I was the only one
You
that
never
caught
heard
that.
me speak. We've had many conversations. Okay.
And Kayla says blue, but dark blue or pale blue, Kayla? There's two blues.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm torn between dark blue or yellow.
I know.
I want to say it was dark blue because the character was at the forefront. The yellow umbrella would have pulled the viewer's attention. So I'm going to say dark blue.
Pale blue, says Kayla.
Okay, hold on.
Dark blue,
Sorry,
says
we'll
Imogen.
clarify.
Dark blue, says Brandon. Kayla said pale blue. Kayla said yellow. The answer is pale blue. It is pale blue. Mm-hmm. Pale blue. It is.
Kayla had it.
She did. Indeed,
Awesome.
she did. Okay. Oh, this is going to be the last question. We're starting and end the show tonight.
Okay. Well, this will be a fun one. So, before writing children's content, the good doctor, much like so many other childhood favorites, Shel Silverstein, he wrote adult material. He's quite successful in this area with The Seven Lady Godivas, which was the history's barest family, and the bluntly titled Boners, as well as the sequel to Boners. He was also a recognizable name from his single-panel adult cartoons, which appeared regularly in magazines and newspapers. However, his heart was in the childlike verse we know him for. What was the name of his first children's book composition? Was it A, Fabulous Animals, B, Mercadian Mumps, C, The Thing I Wish I Knew, or D, All That I Saw?
Oh, I'm going to go D, All That I Saw.
Yeah. All the talk of boners, I'm thinking they must have seen a lot. I'm going to go with All That I Saw too.
I love that, like, Shel Silverstein, just a little sidetrack here, side note. Shel Silverstein, brilliant children's author. He wrote the Where the Sidewalk Ends and a couple other ones, The Light in the Attic, and I guess a bunch. He was prolific. He was awesome. But he was also a regular contributor to he was one of the primary cartoonists for Playboy. He was close friends with Hugh Hefner, and he actually had a room at the Playboy Mansion that was his. He would just pop in and visit and hang out. He was a regular character there. So while he was writing children's stuff, he was also doing these little cartoons and comics for Playboy and whoever else would publish. But that's where he was most prolific. Like pretty much every issue for however long had at least one of his cartoons in it. Shel Silverstein, prolific children's author, did that. Same thing with Dr. Seuss. He was writing adult content. And by adult content, that doesn't specifically mean pornographic. I'm just going to clarify. But a lot of it was pretty 18 and up, right? A lot of it was adult themed. Some of it was fairly Playboy oriented. But a lot of it was just really not kid friendly in a lot of different ways. But yeah, he wrote some pretty racy stuff. But his first children's book, his first children's composition, was it called Fabulous Animals, Mercadian Mumps, The Thing I Wish I Knew, or All That I Saw?
Yeah, All That I Saw. Because
All That I Saw.
Voice of an angel, Brandon.
And we got Christopher Scott Davies. He's one of you guys' viewers. Says D. Kayla says B. And Shelly's like C. Yeah.
Awesome.
What's the answer to that?
The correct answer is A, Fabulous Animals. It was written, sent off, and routinely rejected. Apparently, he had 30 to 40 rejection letters. It kept getting rejected. He was on the verge of quitting writing. He wanted to quit at this point until a chance encounter with an old college buddy The buddy was now a publisher and loved the book. I want to say it was Bantam Publishing, but I don't remember, and I didn't write that down. But the buddy was now a publisher, absolutely loved the book, remembered his writing from college, and it was eventually published under the new title, And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street in 1937.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, so the original title of Mulberry Street was Fabulous Animals, and it came from it started with a collection of his drawings of weird animals. He was getting back to his roots at the insistence of his new wife, his girlfriend, Helen, don't remember her last name, but his college girlfriend, later wife. She really encouraged this change of direction. She was the one who pushed him to do the writing. He was actually on a career path to become an English teacher. But she said, you really should submit this stuff to magazines for publication. And that pushed him in the direction of doing ad campaigns, comics, cartoons, novels, and then ultimately children's books.
Cool.
Fabulous Animals. Yeah.
Fabulous Animals. Well, that wraps us up for today.
That's right. Thank you for watching Friday Night Trivia. Catch the live stream Friday night at 6 o'clock Pacific time. Is that what time it is?
Yep.
Yeah, we do this at 6 o'clock Pacific time, or 7 o'clock on the next time zone, or 8 o'clock on the next one. I don't know where y'all are.
10
And then
o'clock.
Time.
Right? If you're on the other side of the world, it's 12 hours different, so it'll be AM, not
Right.
PM.
Right?
Live stream on
Right.
YouTube and Facebook, and I think that's it. We've got a bunch of different outlets. Look us all up. You can find it.
Yeah.
Good, guys.
Tune it in, and we'll announce next week's theme next week. Bye.